them too, and we look at the power of the page for engaging us with our environment and why fiction might still have its moment to shape the story of climate change. That's all coming up when we return.
BBC News with Fiona MacDonald. The Israeli Prime Minister has sharply criticised Britain, France and Canada, who are among Israel's closest allies. The three had condemned Israel's expanded military operation in Gaza and its week-long aid blockade. The Gaza Civil Defence Agency says Israeli airstrikes since midnight have killed at least 16 Palestinians. Harvard has denounced the US government for stopping it from admitting international students. It called the move unlawful and harmful. China, which sends many students to the top university, also criticised the change. Europol says an international operation has dismantled vital infrastructure used by cyber criminals to spread malware and launch ransomware attacks. 7 countries collaborated to take down servers and dismantle the malware. The medical charity MSF says there's a risk of a public health catastrophe in the Ethiopian town of Matar, where there's been an influx of tens of thousands of South Sudanese. They're fleeing severe fighting in South Sudan's Upper Nile state, including aerial bombardments. An urban rebel group in Myanmar says it was responsible for the killing of a retired general in Yangon. The Golden Valley Warriors said they targeted Cho Tun-ung because he had been advising the ruling junta in its fight against anti-government groups. The Australian Prime Minister has described the floods affecting New South Wales as horrific. Tens of thousands of people are cut off after waters engulfed parts of the Tabiri region. Forest officials in northeast India have launched an investigation after a mob killed a Royal Bengal tiger in Assam. The animal was reported to have killed their livestock. And police investigating how a huge container ship almost rammed a fjordside house in Norway say the person at the wheel appears to have fallen asleep. A neighbour phoned the owner to alert him to the ship in his garden. BBC News.
Hey, Charlie, you're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired? Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prampram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prampram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prampram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prampram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prampram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prampram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agent, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agent, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prom Prom Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agent, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prom Prom, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prom Prom Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agent, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prom Prom, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodoma, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prum Prum Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Sit back, relax.
Body is your man. Bekutu, show them you got the cocoa set. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Harry Song, aka Mr. Songs. This is the Kingmaker Baba for the girls. We're here. This is Star Radio. Don't go nowhere. UK, London. We they call them London for home. For here, we they call them London. And I said, you know, just have fun and stay blessed.
Hi there, this is CJ Buckman, your life coach. And whenever I'm in London, I listen to Star Radio UK right here. But guess what? You can listen to wherever you are.
The best radio show.
Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
All around the world. In your car.
At work.
At home.
On your smartphone.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Are you ready to turn it up?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Smile, though your heart is aching. Smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. Hey, this is Archie and you are listening to Star Radio UK and the Morning Show.
This is Starr Radio. This is UK. Starr Radio UK. This is Starr Radio UK.
Welcome.
Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
Enlighten your day with Starr Radio. Radio for the people, by the people.
Okay, hello, let me say massive good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you wherever you might be on planet Earth and those of you on other planets as well. I want to salute each and every one of you and welcome you to the Starr Radio UK Friday edition of the morning show. And I remain yours sincerely, the one and only Archie, and we will be making lots of waves this morning. Today is the 23rd day of May, the year 2025, at the time now exactly at 10:56. Okay, so let me say good morning to my able producer, Mr. Francis Guy. Good morning to my colleague and co-presenter, Mr. Tabiri, who will be joining us on the money hour, if time permits him. Hopefully, keeping fingers crossed. And then a special good morning to Mr. Laimi Koiki, Mr. Frank Davis, Mr. KB Bosman, Vicky Newton, Empress Regina, and all you wonderful people who continue to join us on Starr Radio UK. It's always a pleasure coming your way, and what a time to be with you. And as we say on this platform,
Start your weekend. The coolest way to start your weekend.
Okay, so you know your weekend starts from here, and especially when we have a bank holiday weekend looming. Why not? Why not? We're going to be making big waves, and we hope that you'll be part of it. Let me say good morning to Eben all the way in Cape Town, South Africa. Good morning to Delta Hammond all the way in Kumasi. To Atakofi in Asherman, massive good morning to you. Niana Joe, the chief of Asherman, massive good morning to you. And all inhabitants of Asherman, I salute each and every one of you. Bishop Adeshina, good morning. Antoine Adedeji, Aziz Shamsuddin, good morning to you. Tassino, good morning to you all there. And to the one and only Felix all the way in Aberdeen, Kojo D, good morning to you all, gentlemen. Mr. David Kruche, long time no hear, no see, good morning to you there as well. And as many of you who tune in this morning to listen to us, want to salute each and every one of you. Once again, welcome you to the program. This is Starr Radio UK, and this is the Friday edition of the morning show. Once again, I am.
This is the morning show with Archie.
All right, so now let's crack on, and let's look at what we've got in stock for you today. So I'm going to bring you the quote for the day. The weather forecast will follow suit, then the travel update. We'll move on from there to have a look at some of the stories making the rounds across the globe. That is known as global trotting. Then after which we continue to look at the details of those stories. We'll continue from there, and then at 11:45, the lines are open for you to add your voice to the discussions. Also, exactly at 12 o'clock, if time permits, we have a money man coming live. Then we're going to be bringing him to you at 12:30. But if not, then exactly at 12 o'clock, we'll be bringing you the money hour, a pre-recorded version. We'll be bringing that your way. That means that the program will be ending at 12:30. However, if we happen to have information from him, because we know he's a very, very busy person, he's doing his best to join us. And if time permits and he's able to join us, then we will be telling you, we're bringing him to you at 12:30, and that means bringing the program to a close at exactly at 1 o'clock. Okay, so by way of program outline, that is what we're going to be saying. So get yourself a hot or cold drink, whichever is appropriate, and let's take this journey not to the unknown, but the journey to the known, of course, because I'm going to be here. I'm going to be a captain flying through all the latitudes and the altitudes, name it, and getting you to the destination of the known. So once again, welcome to the program. Welcome to the program, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. All right then. So let's move on. Let's move on. The quote for the day says, patience gives you the ability to create your own opportunities with time. With time. Patience gives you the ability to create your own opportunities with time. So it takes time to create things, you know. I mean, at times you are initially you are trying to put things together. It's not working the way that you really want it to be, but gradually you get there and pursue. You're in on it, and then you will be doing it like so. When it's not come together, don't give in, don't give up, don't throw in the towel. But whatever it is, keep on keeping on, and one day you will get there. All right, then, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Let's move on straight to the weather front. Let me tell you what is happening to your weather wherever you are this morning. Okay, well, it will be a lengthy one because we have to tell you what is going to happen over the weekend on this bank holiday weekend, of course. Now, this afternoon we'll see a mix of variable cloud and sunny spells. It will remain dry and settled, though. Now, tonight we'll be seeing clear spells to start, but it will gradually turn cloudy from the west through the early hours. Outbreaks of rain will move in at dawn. Temperature today, 19 degrees, the lowest 11 degrees. Pollen level is going to be low. UV level is going to be moderate. Pollution is going to be low as well. Sunset, 20:57, and sunrise for tomorrow morning, 04:58 hours. But now, let's come to the weekend weather for you. And what have I got for you over the weekend? Well, tomorrow, outbreaks of rain will linger earlier on, but it will soon turn drier with just the odd isolated shower remaining largely cloudy, and it's going to be turning breezier but warmer. And then come Sunday, it's going to be breezy with sunny spells, variable cloud, and a chance of a few isolated showers, particularly in the morning. The temperatures will be ranging Saturday, 21 degrees, lowest 14. Sunday, 19 degrees, the lowest 10. And come bank holiday Monday, it will not be that But on Monday, Monday will begin sunny, but it will soon cloud over with a chance of some showers. Well, the temperature tops of it is going to be 18 degrees and the lowest 12 degrees. So by way of program, weather forecast for you today and over the weekend, that is what you're going to be getting. You can tell us what is happening in your area, pertaining to which part of the world you are listening to us or watching us from. But this is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Let me take you to your travels this morning, and as we saw on this platform, keep your eyes on the roads, as we keep you navigated. I promise our bond. The Starr Radio UK travel update that comes to where every weekday from 10:40. Yes, and what have I got for you? Well, if you're traveling on the underground this morning, the Bakerloo line is experiencing severe delays between Harrow and Willstone and Queen's Park. Okay, between Harrow and Willstone and Queen's Park, and then there are minor delays on the entire line as well. Now, the District line is also experiencing minor delays between Edgware Circle line, that's on the Circle line, to Wimbledon. So check before you embark on your journey. Okay, all right then. So now taking you straight to the major roads in London. What have I got for you? On the major roads in London, the Central London Red Route is experiencing serious delays. If you can avoid it, do so. All the others have no exceptional delays there. On the river bars this morning as well, good service throughout there. The London cable car is also running a good service. Are we going to have a good service on the National Rail? No, sir. All right. Well, so let me tell you what's happening on the National Rail this morning. Well, on the National Rail this morning, as we say, keep your eyes on the roads, keep your eyes on the road as we keep you navigated. Avanti West Coast has got special service, Grand Central special service, London North Eastern Railway special service, Northern Rail special service, Transport for Wales special service there. That aside, all the others are running a good service, and that is what I would say. Once again, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you wherever you might be on planet Earth. Enjoy your commute for today, but you know what? Continue to keep those eyes where? On the roads. We'll take a commercial break, we come back, and I see you. Stay tuned, don't touch the dial.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Yo, what's up, people? This is a boy Raskin Bobo One. Tune in every day, every night at the Star Radio UK with the big man them Archie. When I say order, you say fire.
Welcome back to the program. This is Star Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, bringing the time now to exactly 6 minutes past the top of the hour. And behind the scenes, as you were saying, in the background or the skyline of Croydon catchment area where we find ourselves, where we have our studios. Okay, so now let's go global tracking. You can send me pictures of where you are as well. Maybe the skyline of that, and maybe we can use it there as well. And we will acknowledge you there. All right. So global tracking, and what have I got for you? Patients from Nottingham killers. NHS trust carried out stabbings weeks before attack. Now, 2 men under the care of the same NHS trust as Valdo Calocane carried out stabbings weeks before the Nottingham attack. So what was happening to all those who have mental or I don't know what ailment that they had and that were under the NHS trust in Nottingham, who went on stabbing people? So was it something that is there, and even now can we say that we're okay there? Well, Star Radio UK. Energy bills to fall by an average of 7% from July. And Ollie Mels pulls plug on Glasgow show in stage walk off. He was saying he was struggling with his voice. And if you're a musician or if you're a singer and you've done so, you go to the stage and times, I don't know, you've warmed your voice, you've done it, and then you go and push, and it seemed not to be working. Oh boy. Now, Prince of Wales hails David Attenborough inspiration for new wildlife show. A UK signs $101 million a year deal to hand over Chagos Island. Okay, so Chagos Island will be earning 101 million. But there are some people who are protested against. They come from Chagos. They are inhabitants of Chagos. They say, why are you handling the listen to them? Is it because of the benefit that they get as what do you call it? A place that the UK owns. Let me put it that way, for lack of the right terminology to be used. Okay. Well, so come your way from Star Radio UK. Johnson wanted tighter COVID rules. Inquiry. Yes. Well, he wanted a tighter one. However, he wasn't being allowed to do so. Was it Dominic Cummings or his team that were doing so? It is all coming your way from Star Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Okay, now moving on to other parts of the world to have a look at some of the stories making the rounds there. Netanyahu has accused Starr of being on wrong side of humanity and siding with Hamas. The UK, France, and Canada condemned the expanded Israeli military operation in Gaza this week. But he's saying that, well, you people are on the wrong side of humanity. You don't see what they are doing to us. And therefore, if you are doing to them whatever we are doing, they deserve to get that. What do you think? Okay, more than 100 air trucks across into Gaza as UN warns of raids against time to reach people in need. Now, ship footage captures sound of Titan sub imploding. I remember the Titan sub that imploded. Well. Suspects are charged with murder of 2 Israeli embassy workers in Washington, D.C. Well, he has appeared before a court. Now, Trump's administration ends Harvard's ability to enroll international students. Wow. Okay. Well, lots more going to be coming away from there. USA Sudan use chemical weapons in war as it issues new sanctions. Well, I was saying if Sudan has got something very, very rich, or wouldn't they have gone there now to try to foster a bit of peace and stuff like that? No, but because I don't know what Sudan has got. But, you know, as my colleague, Mr. Frank Davis once said, it says, resources are not, they become. So today it might be dump, it might be rubbish, it might be anything. But one day we find out that, well, there is something in the earth that we need, maybe lithium or maybe stone granite. I'm just coming up with something by myself, you know. And then they'll say, wow, we all need that. But well, you want to know more, you got to stay tuned. Erdogan denies his bid to change Turkey's constitution means he'll run as president again. And DR Congo strips ex-leader of immunity over treason charges. Okay, Joseph Kabila, I'll be telling you more about him as well as the program goes on. This is all coming away from Starr Radio UK. A Nigerian government sues senator over assassination claims. Interesting. And in other stories, on the South African road incorrectly identified as burial site by Trump. Well. Okay, we'll try to see whether we can bring you some details of the Chagos Island. We'll try to see whether we can bring you details of that as well. But it's all coming away from Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Nigeria ruling party endorses Tinubu for 2027 election, 2 years to come or to go. And they say, yes, they're going to be doing that. Okay, and then the other story that's making the rounds is the Chagos Island being handed over to Mauritius. Well, is it that because despite the last-minute injunction after a legal challenge from two Chagosian women, the deal between the UK and Mauritius to transfer the sovereignty of the island has been done. Okay, let's see. And terrorism and instability, critical moment for Somalia. Wow. It's all coming away from Starr Radio UK. In other stories, Dangote Refinery slashes petrol price by 15 pounds. 15 naira, my apologies, per liter. And then after the Fuxi Forex crisis, a man urges CBN to unfreeze manufacturers' accounts. Those are some concerns. Sorry, it's making the rounds. And 13,543 Boko Haram insurgents killed. 124,408 others surrender under Tinubu. Where are they? What's the evidence there? If the government is doing so much, we want to have evidence that will bolster the hope or the faith of individuals to know that government is doing something, right? If he can't govern the Labour Party, he can't govern Nigeria. Factional chairman Blas Peter Obi, Amechi Imoke leads strategy committee in emerging anti-Tinubu opposition bloc. Well, but we know that they've approved, the parties have approved they've approved Tinubu to be the yes, the presidential candidate for the 2027 election. We'll be telling you more about that. In other stories making the rounds, and Nnamdi Kanu court admits 1 billion naira judgment in federal government treason trial. Let terrorism Kanu's lawyers prosecution disagree on video recording. However, the judge is saying, I will strike out your case. Judge warns federal government over delays in Nnamdi Kanu's trial. But there is a judge who has ruled back in the day that, well, they need to get to release Kanu because the charges that were leveled against him they weren't backing it with facts and stuff like that. And what happened? Well, they didn't adhere to it. So if the judge says, I'm going to throw this case out of court and stuff like that, well, what do you think is going to happen there? Are they going to release him, or they are going to even end up arresting the judge? Okay, Akufo-Addo's government ran down presidential jet. His fuel tank is even corroded. Well, was Akufo-Addo putting unwholesome fuel in it, or what? So if you say so, it is the maintenance of it. Whoever was maintaining the plane was the one who was causing that. So is it just a reason to say that because of that we need to get ourselves another presidential jet? A Bank of Ghana governor warns of risks despite signs of macroeconomic stability. Where are those risks coming from? And suspended CJ makes first appearance at petition hearing. It's one of the stories making the rounds, and we'll do our best to bring that your way. As well, the final story, Adenta Kumi allegedly picked up by NIB operatives. Why? Let me tell you more about that. Is the one who said to the presidency that they had been some of the members of the panel have gone round, have had a meeting, blah blah blah, and therefore let's see what happens on that front. But this is all coming away from Starr Radio. Okay, this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. All right, let's take a break. We come back and I bring you the details of all the stories making the rounds this morning. Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prampram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prampram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour Show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agent, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour Show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
This is Starr Radio UK. This is Starr Radio UK.
Broadcasting worldwide online 24/7.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Welcome back to the program Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Bringing the time now exactly to 10:20, 11:21. My apologies if you are in Ghana, it's 10:21. I was reading the Ghanaian time there, but wherever you are, once again, welcome to the program. And let's move on and let's look at some of the events that is going on, the details of it, as I will normally say. But as I did say, we're still waiting for our money man to get in touch. Once we have him, if there's a need for us to bring you a live version of the money hour, for sure, be rest assured we're going to bring that your way. If not, then we'll be bringing you. Okay, then we'll be bringing. If not, then we'll be bringing you the. Yeah, just bear with me. Yes, lot of settings going on there. It's Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. All right, let's see how that is panning out. Okay, wonderful. Okay, now let's move on. Let's have a look at the details of the stories making the rounds. Now, two men with the paranoia schizophrenia stabbed members of the public in separate attacks weeks before Valdo Calocane's killings in Nottingham, and all were under the care of the same NHS trust. Information coming through via the BBC has said. Now, Joseph Esom Cooper and Junior Datelin injured 6 men in the stabbings in Nottinghamshire in 2023. Within weeks, Calocane, who also has paranoia schizophrenia, stabbed to death Barnaby Weber and Grace Omala Kuma and Ian Coates on the 13th of June 2023. Nottinghamshire Healthcare NHS Trust has been criticized over its care of Calocane, and in response to that, findings apologized to those affected for any aspect of our care that were not of high standards our patients deserve. On the 9th of April 2023, Esom Cooper stabbed a worshipper who was leaving an Easter Sunday service at St. Stephen's Church in Sneaton. The BBC has spoken to his victim, a man in his 40s who survived. He did not wish to be interviewed. Now, Esom Cooper's mother, Shelley Esom, said it was a teenager that as a teenager, her son was under the care of child and adolescent mental health services in Nottingham. I started to routinely go into his room and I'll find knives. I found an axe. My kitchen knives will quite often be in his room, she said. Now, Shelley said she will take photos of the weapons and inform police and mental health services whenever she came across them. According to Shelley, things massively deteriorated when Esom Cooper turned 18. Now, during the grips of a psychotic episode, he left Highbury Hospital where he was due to be sectioned to kill a friend before he was stopped. In July 2022, he was sectioned by the hospital run by Nottinghamshire Healthcare NHS Foundation Trust for 3 months, but Shelley says she told staff he was not ready to be discharged. He was not okay when he was released, she said. There was no way he was going to take his medication, and I told them that it was literally just a time bomb waiting to happen. Now, Esom Cooper was placed in accommodation managed by a housing association, but Shelley said he was unraveling in the 7 months he was there and not taking his medication while under the care of the trust community team. Now, Shirley remembers her shock and frustration when she learned about her son's knife attack. I just bloody knew this was going to happen, she said. I'm so sorry it happened. I really am. And as a mother, he's my son and he did that. And that makes me feel quite ashamed. She said the stabbings could have been prevented if her son, paranoid schizophrenia, had been taken more seriously. It is disgusting that it takes someone to either lose their lives or be stabbed before somebody thinks, oh, hang on a minute, maybe we need to do something here. How true is that? The mental health services in Nottingham have routinely, systematically let him down, and also the victims, she said. Isom Cooper was sentenced to a hospital order in December 2023. 9 weeks before Isom Cooper's attack, Junior Deathling stabbed 5 complete strangers. In Nottingham and Mansfield in February 2023. In what a prosecutor described as most odd and extraordinary case, Deathling stabbed 5 men, once in the right bicep, and then ran away in separate attacks. One of the men stabbed was former police officer Keith Grafton, who was walking home from a pub in Mansfield. Suddenly, there was a quick thump on my right arm, and I know I've been stabbed straight away because I felt the knife going into my skin, the 71-year-old said. Now, Keith says his attacker then ran off before he could get anywhere near him. He said, although the attack had not left any lasting injuries, he was now very wary about going out late at night. Deathling was sentenced to a hospital order, but Keith says he was disappointed Deathling had not received a prison sentence. He said during a 4-week stay at Highbury Islington in June 2022, Deathling had been involved in violent incidents with staff and diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia. The report said his family could not express the wish that he remain in hospital a while longer. Now, there's an issue. Now, I don't know whether the mental health institutions have enough spaces for all people who are having this mental, let me call it meltdown or paranoid schizophrenia. Okay, now if they have enough to go by, have places to see to that, then somebody say, well, then they could see to it. But if not, and all that is happening is that, well, like what is happening when it comes to going to the hospital, and the hospital is saying, look, this is a period that the person is supposed to come for treatment. We say that the person is okay now. We want the person discharged because we need the beds, because more people are coming in and we cannot contain those people. And therefore, they want to release the people. Again, somebody will ask the question, what care are they being given if they are housed by some housing association, bed and blah, blah, blah? Especially when you know that when they are by themselves, they wouldn't want to be taking their medications that calms them or keeps them stable. What do we do under such circumstances? It's quite a troubling one. But hey, it is all coming your way from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Let's go on. So what do you think the NHS can do about this? What role can parents also play when it comes to that as well? It is all coming away from Starr Radio UK. Well, in other stories making the rounds this morning as well, now, households are being urged to shop around for cheaper energy deals despite price falling from July. A typical gas and electricity bill will fall by £11 a month from July, but regulator Ofgem said switching to a fixed deal could provide better value for many customers. It said shopping around could lead to 200 annual savings, but everyone currently on a fixed deal will not benefit from the fall this summer. The cheaper bill will kick in at the warmest time of the year when energy use is lower, but prices are not expected to change much later this year. Now, every 3 months, the regulator price cap sets a maximum that suppliers can charge for each unit of energy, affecting 21 million households in England, Scotland, and Wales on variable tariffs. The price caps does not apply in Northern Ireland, which has its own energy market. Okay, it is all coming away from Starr Radio UK. So which appliance that you use at home consumes the most? Now people are talking about the fact that if you use air fryer, it doesn't consume that much, so it's more energy efficient than using the old oven. But what do you think about that? Is it that we go home and then the air fryer, the missus was saying the air fryer was malfunctioning, blah blah blah, and I got home in the afternoon and I needed something to eat, and I was actually, let me put it this way, disorientated, because I've been used to the air fryer for the past 2 years or something of the sort. And when the air fryer was in it's like, I went into a panic mood, a frenzy. Oh, what do I do? What do I do? I don't know what that meant, though. But we had to go and then to go and get another one. And this time I'll get a spare even, just in case that one goes again. So I will not be in a panic frenzy so I don't find myself wanting. But wow. So that is what is your experience when it comes to all that? What is your experience when it comes to all that? It's all coming away from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. All right then. Okay. Let me bring you this one. Boris Johnson pushed for a more ruthless authoritarian approach towards people who refuse to self-isolate during the pandemic, according to a document seen by the COVID inquiry. The instinct of policymakers was to favor punitive measures over financial support, wrote Lord Patrick Vallance, who spoke to the Prime Minister throughout the crisis and appeared alongside him on TV briefings. Diary entries written during the time by Lord Vallance, then the UK's chief scientific advisor, revealed officials always wanted to go for stick, not carrot. Lord Vallance has said his diary entries were informal personal reflection and late night musing, never intended for publication. Well, if that was causing the whole economy and everything to collapse and people to die and people were chastising government, didn't do much about it and all that blah 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 blah, and there was a way forward, why not? Why not? Well, a stick, not a carrot bit. But hey, it's all coming away from Starr Radio UK at 11:33 the time. Starr Radio UK, the station, the morning show, the program. I remain yours sincerely, the one and only Archie. Okay, let's move on. Let me see. Yes, my sound is working. All right. Okay. Yes, so let's move on. This morning we had a bit of a problem with the Dawn broadcast with Reverend Michael Esiama, but we hope that those of you who had the heart to wait, you enjoy the program. Yes, it will come your way tomorrow morning or tomorrow dawn as well. So stay tuned and don't touch the dial. Okay, moving on to some other stories making the rounds in other parts of the world. Bringing this one on straight. Now, the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has launched a blistering attack on Prime Minister Keir Starmer and the leaders of France and Canada, saying they had effectively said they want Hamas to remain in power. He also accused Starmer, Emmanuel Macron, and McCartney of siding with mass murderers, rapists, baby killers, and kidnappers. Netanyahu was speaking after Thursday's attack on Israeli embassy staff in Washington. Days earlier, the UK, France, and Canada had condemned Israel's expanded offensive in Gaza as disproportionate and described the humanitarian situation as intolerable. Now, Downing Street has pointed to Keir's earlier condemnation of the Washington attack. In the post, Keir called anti-Semitism an evil, we must stamp out. Now, all three countries denounced the Washington killings, which saw embassy workers Yaron Lechchinsky, Terry, and Sarah Lynn Milgram, 26, who shot dead at an event hosted by Capital Jewish Museum. The suspect, Elias Rodriguez, repeatedly shouted "Free Palestine" as he was arrested, police has said. The UK, France, and Canada, close allies of Israel, also came out in a strong support of Israel following the deadly Hamas-led attack 19 months ago. Their statement demanding Israel halt its latest offensive was widely viewed as the strongest criticism of Israel's military action since the war in Gaza began. It threatened concrete actions if Israel did not change course. On Wednesday, Sekir added that Israel's decision to allow only a small amount of aid into Gaza was utterly inadequate, and the UK suspended talks over a possible trade deal. In his video, Netanyahu said Hamas wanted to destroy Israel and annihilate the Jewish people. He said the Palestinian armed group had welcomed the joint UK, French, and Canadian criticism of Israel's war conduct. Now, some of Israel's closest allies wanted Israel to stand down and accept the Hamas army of mass murderers will survive, he said. I say to President Macron, Prime Minister Kane, and Prime Minister Starmer, when mass murderers, rapists, baby killers, and kidnappers thank you, you're on the wrong side of justice. You're on the wrong side of humanity, and you're on the wrong side of history, he added. Now, how do you see this? Now, if you look at what happened back in the day, in the 40s, 1940s, during the Second World War, and the annihilation of the Jews at the time, the Holocaust as we call it, and everything that took place there, and looking at juxtaposing it with what is happening in Gaza now, people, virtually pictures of people, and how do you see the humanitarian aspect of it? When it's right, and when it's wrong? Is it when we are able to kill about 1 million people plus, then we say that is wrong, or what? Okay, so I leave it to you. Be the judge of it. It's all coming away from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Okay. Now, the Trump administration has moved to end Harvard's ability to enroll international students, escalating a standoff with America's oldest university. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem said the administration had revoked Harvard Student and Exchange Visit Program certification as a result of their failure to adhere to the law. Let this serve as a warning to all universities and academic institutions across the country, she wrote on X on Thursday. Harvard called the move unlawful in a statement. We are fully committed to maintaining Harvard's ability to host our international students and scholars who hail from more than 140 countries and enrich the university and this nation immeasurably, the university responded. We are working quickly to provide guidance and support to members of our community. This retaliatory action threatens serious harm to the Harvard community and our country and undermines Harvard academic research mission. The Trump administration decision could affect thousands of international students who study at the university. Over 6,700 international students were enrolled at the institution last academic year, university's data shows, making up 27% of its students' body. Now, news quickly spread through the international community on campus Thursday, sparking fear and frustration among the thousands of students whose futures were suddenly in limbo. We're seeing a lot of confusion in this, Sarah Davis, an Australian student receiving a graduate degree, said. The news has come only 5 days before a lot of us are due to graduate the university. And this obviously is going to have a lot of very uncertain implication for whether we're able to stay, in the United States afterwards and keep working here, said Miss Davis, who is the president of the Australian and New Zealand caucus at the Harvard Kennedy School. Now, why are they doing so? When states have control of universities or third cycle institutions where people are supposed to be thinking aloud and putting their questions and everything, on the ground, just asking the questions, asking no silly questions, just asking questions and getting answers and trying to find answers and doing researches and all stuff that has helped humanity over a period of time. And the government decides, no, we're not going to be allowing international students. Is it because international students have been demonstrating against the Israeli? What exactly is causing Harvard to face such sanctions from the U.S. government? That is a question I want to be putting across. But what do you think about all that? It is all coming away from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London at 11:40. How wonderful would it be when you wake up early in the morning after a friend has called you to find a ship, a cargo ship, right at your doorsteps? A man in Norway woke up to find a huge container ship had run aground and crashed into his front garden. The 135-meter ship, that is 443 ship, missed John Helberg's house by meters at about 05 hours local time on Thursday. Now, Mr. Helberg was only alerted to the commotion by his panicked neighbor who had watched the ship as it headed straight for shore in Beinazet near Trondheim. The doorbell rang at the time of day when I don't like to open, Mr. Helberg told television station. He said, I went to the window and was quite astonished to see a big ship, he added in an interview. I had to bend my neck to see the top of it. It was so unreal. 5 meters further south and it would have entered the bedroom, he added to the Norwegian Broadcasting Corporation. I didn't hear anything. Oh boy, quite an interesting one there. Well, the panic, I think they need to pay up. But you know, he lives at the coast virtually by himself there. I don't know whether they are two neighbors, or I don't know where the other neighbor is, whether it was the same building but one side. So like we have it here in the UK, and one side of the building is your neighbor and you are the other side. I don't know. Yeah, it's quite an interesting one. But he by the someone say by the grace of God, nothing happened to him. But well, we hope that the ship is towed away and they can do the necessary repairs there, making sure that next time no ship will run aground coming close to. But living very close to the beach like that, how do you feel? These are a typical example. So assuming somebody's running using a speedboat and then misses it and then flies into your bedroom. Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Let's move on straight to Africa as well. The Democratic Republic of Congo Senate has stripped former President Joseph Kabila of his immunity, paving the way for his prosecution over his alleged backing of rebels in the East. Authorities have accused him of treason and war crimes, saying there was a substantial body of documents, a testimony, and material facts linking Kabila to M23 armed groups, which has taken control over several towns in the mineral-rich East. Kabila, 53, has not commented on the accusations, but has in the past denied any connection with the insurgent. Nearly 90 senators on Thursday voted in favor of his treason prosecution, while 5 opposed it. The Senate authorizes the prosecution and lifting of Joseph Kabila's immunity, declared Senate Speaker Jean-Michel Sama Lukonde after Thursday's vote. The former president, who led the country between 2001 and 2019, did not appear before the Senate to defend himself. After stepping down, he was given the title of Senator for Life, which gives him legal immunity. In order to pursue the charges against him, DR Congo's military prosecutor had asked the Senate to lift his privilege. So now that it's been lifted, what is going to happen? Will his supporters come against the state or what? Well, you want to know more, you got to stay tuned. It's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. Let's take a quick break and we will be with you. Stay tuned. Don't touch the dial.
This is Starr Radio UK. This is Starr Radio UK.
Broadcasting worldwide online 24/7.
This is Starr Radio UK. This is Starr Radio UK.
Welcome back to the program. This is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. At 11:45, as I said, still waiting for information from our money man, which we've not got as yet. But if not, we'll be doing a repeat exactly at 12 o'clock there. But still on the African front, what have I got more for you? The P39-1 is an anonymous stretch of a thinly tarred highway connecting the small towns of Newcastle and Nomadian in South Africa, a 4-hour drive from Johannesburg. Now, this week, the single carriageway road, which runs mainly along the edge of farms nestled in the remote hills of the country's KwaZulu-Natal province, had found itself unexpectedly the subject of global attention. On Wednesday, many South Africans were among those watching live around the world as US President Donald Trump ambushed his South African counterpart Cyril Ramaphosa with a video making the case that white people were being persecuted. He had previously said that a genocide was taking place. The most striking scene in the video was an area shot of thousands of white crosses by the side of the road, a burial site President Trump repeatedly said, of more than 1,000 Afrikaners murdered in recent years. The president did not mention where the road was, although the film was quickly linked to Nomadian. Now, but the people who live nearby know better than anyone that his claim is not true. Information coming through said that the day after the Oval Office showdown to find the P39-1 crosses have long since disappeared. There is no burial site and the road looks like any other. A new grain mill has been built along one stretch where the crosses once briefly stood. Now, what we found was a community shocked to find itself under the spotlight, and the truth about the crosses that reveals much about the delicate balance of race relations in South Africa. Roland Collier is a man who understands both. A farmer from South Africa's Afrikaner community. It was the murder of his aunt and uncle Glenn and Vida Rafferty, bludgeoned to death in their homes 5 years ago, which led to the erection of the crosses. Now, their deaths at their farm by attackers who stole valuables from their home led to a public outcry by the farming community and the temporary planting of the crosses by fellow Afrikaners, keen to highlight their murders among those of the farmers who have been killed across South Africa. So the video that you guys have been seeing, he tells me, as we stand together by the roadside, happened along this section of the road, pointing down the hill towards a village where many black families live in mud huts, he explained. There were crosses planted on both sides of the road representing lives that have been taken on farms, farm murders, all the way from the bridge down below up to where we are standing at the moment. The crosses were symbolic to what was happening in the country. So it wasn't anything that was true. But hey, one who accused these people of having fake news decided to run with some fake news and still justifying it. Well, it's all coming away from Starr Radio UK. In a fast-moving world suffused by conflict and political uncertainty, it might seem odd for the UK government to surrender sovereign British territory in a distant sea. Indeed, the government critics go further and say the decision to give up a key strategic foothold in the Indian Ocean is a dangerous weakening of the UK security. So why has the government handed the Chagos Island to Mauritius, a nation some 1,000 miles away? The answer has a legal origin and practical conclusion. It all focuses on the joint UK-US military base on the biggest island in the archipelago, Diego Garcia. The government felt that without ceding sovereignty to Mauritius, the operation of the base would become unworkable, and that would pose a greater threat to UK security. Defense Secretary John Haley said to MPs that without a deal within weeks, we could face losing legal rulings, and within just a few years, the base will become inoperable. The putative legal challenge is based on a series of judgments by various United Nations bodies and the Chagos Island belong to Mauritius. Essentially, they argue that the UK had no legal rights to separate the island from Mauritius. Before the former British colony became independent in 1960s, there were votes to that effect in the UN General Assembly. But then in 2019, there was an advisory opinion by the UN International Court of Justice backed by a latter ruling by the Special Chamber of International Tribunal for the Law of the Sea. Ministers feared these rulings and opinions would soon become a legally binding judgment by this UN tribunal. Now, under pressure in the House of Commons to identify the sources of the legal threat, Haley said there is a range of international legal challenges and ruling against us. The most approximate, the most potentially serious is the Tribunal of the International Convention of the Sea. If the government lost a case there, ministers argue the outside world will be obliged by law to take decisions that will interfere in the running of the base. So what they've done now is, you know what? Yes. So we said that it back to you, and we will be watching it. We'll be paying you out to 101 million every year for using that. Is it okay? What do you think about that? At 11:51 Star Radio UK, it is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. We're getting ourselves ready to bring you the Money Hour. As I said, a repeat broadcast since we're not getting Money Man on. So wherever you are, don't you go away. But it's quite an interesting one. When you're there and you just have a fake call coming. Yesterday, before I came on air, I had a fake call coming through. Somebody say, you know what? Yeah, I'm calling from 3 Network, and now you've been paying your bills. And so we got, and I said, you know what? Yes, thank you very much. But I will call 3 by myself. But it's not everybody who is able to decipher such things when it's coming through. By the time somebody jack, they've already fallen prey to it. So we will see more on that front when it comes to the Money Hour, when we bring you a repeat broadcast. But 8 minutes to the top of the hour, let's move on. The Nigerian government has pressed charges against a senator who accused one of the country's top politicians of plotting to kill her. In April, Natasha Akpoti-Oduagan alleged that Godswill Akpabio, the Senate President, Yaya Bello, a former state governor, wanted to eliminate her. Both have denied the accusation. Weeks before, Akpoti-Oduagan has accused the Senate President of sexually harassing her. An allegation has also denied. The government has now filed charges with the High Court, saying Akpoti-Oduagan's assassination alleged defamed Akpabio and Bello. In the charge sheet, Nigeria's Attorney General referenced live interviews broadcast by Nigeria Channels TV. In an interview, Akpoti-Oduagan spoke of discussions that Akpabio had with Yaya Bello to eliminate me. That is a serious accusation, right? Okay, it's all coming away from Star Radio UK. Now let's move on. Still in Nigeria, tensions ran high on Thursday at the Federal High Court in Abuja as the long-running trial of the indigenous people of Biafra leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu resumed, with a sharp rebuke from the presiding judge to the federal government. Information gathered from reliable source. Frustrated by the prosecution's sluggish pace and lack of preparedness, the judge did not mince words in warning the government's legal team that the court will no longer tolerate unnecessary delays. He said, you must pick 6 days within 2 weeks and present all your witnesses. If you fail to do so, I will strike out your case as weak, the judge said firmly, prompting murmurs of approval and surprise from those in the packed courtroom. The latest hearing began with a cross-examination of the prosecution's second witness, but what was expected to be a pivotal session quickly unraveled as the witness struggled to answer questions directly, often repeating, I don't know, and offering contradictory statements. With mounting concerns over his credibility, the court discharged the witness. Now, matters took a turn for the worse when the prosecution failed to produce its third witness. Now, with visible displeasure, the court adjourned the matter to May the 28th and 29th, further to June 6, 16, and 18, and 19, 2025. In a bid to move the trial forward, the judge urged the prosecution team, led by senior advocate of Nigeria, Adeboyega Awomolo, to trim down its long list of witnesses. We cannot continue like this. Reduce your witnesses so this matter can end soon, he said. Wow. Okay. So you brought a witness whose when was under scrutiny was all. You got my drift? Okay. Starr Radio UK. At 5 minutes to the top of the hour, and let's go to Ghana as well. Interestingly, the MPP left power, call it in January. Yeah, it's January 6th, is it? Okay, those of you who know. And then what is happening is that they say, now, you know what? The presidential jet is not serviceable. The Ghana's defense minister, Mr. Edward Omane Boama, has accused the previous Akufo-Addo administration of neglecting the country's presidential jet, leaving it in an unserviceable condition. In a statement shared via Facebook on Friday, 23rd, he claimed that the aircraft fuel tank is corroded and the jet has been grounded abroad for extensive maintenance and repair. His comments came in response to claims by some New Patriotic Party members that the Vice President Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman had chartered a private jet to return to Ghana from the United Kingdom on Thursday, 22nd of May, where she had been on medically induced Dr. Boama rejected this criticism and redirected the focus to the state of the official presidential aircraft. Now, let the MPP that suffered the most humiliating defeat in recent memory in both their presidential and parliamentary elections know this, that Dr. Boama wrote. Akufo-Addo's administration ran down the presidential jet. Among others, its fuel tank is even corroded. He added that the aircraft has been in hospital abroad for maintenance, repair, and overhaul, and may be put in a fairly usable state after 3 months of therapy. Emphasizing its current condition, he concluded the presidential jet is unfit for use presently, justifying why the vice president had to come on a private jet. But it's all coming away from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Before we take a break and then prepare the grounds to bring you a repeat version of the Money Hour with Mr. Dan Tabiri. Just stay tuned, don't touch the dial. Suspended Chief Justice Gertrude Saki Tokwanu had her first appearance before the 5-member committee established by President John Dramani Mahama to investigate 3 petitions seeking her removal from office. She was absent from the committee's inaugural meeting on the May 15th, but attended the second meeting on May 22, accompanied by her counsel, including former Attorney General Joseph Ayikwe Otu. Now, notably, on May 21, the suspended CJ, through another former Attorney General Godfrey Yeboah-Dame, filed a suit challenging the committee's composition led by Justice Gabriel Poorman. Speaking, Justice Tokwanu team informed the committee about the Supreme Court's action, but the committee had not been served with the court's processes at the time. The sitting has been adjourned to May 23rd, that is today. But interestingly, one who was calling for the president to actually strike out or recompose the committee has himself allegedly been picked up by the NIB. A member of the New Patriotic Party communications team, Nana Kwejo Ejeyi Yeboah, better known as Nana K, has confirmed the arrest of Alfred Abebio Kumi, also known as Adenta Kumi, in what he described as a raid carried out by armed state operatives. Now, speaking of the Accra-based radio station, the MPP communicator disclosed that the arrest happened in the early hours of Friday, that's May 23, 2025. Now, we will not sit aloof on what such injustices happen in this country. When you arrest one of us from the MPP, you will have to arrest us all. the General Secretary, the National Chairman of the MPP, and his lawyers are heading to the NIB office to ascertain the matter, he said. In a Facebook post on Friday morning, the Member of Parliament for Old Tafo, Vincent Asefua, revealed that Kumi was picked up about 3 hours earlier from his residence by 8 armed men believed to be operatives of the National Intelligence Bureau. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK. This is why we bring the first part of the program to cross over to bring you the Money Hour with the money man himself, Mr. Dan Tabiri, and we are looking at, I'm going to tell you in a moment, but wherever you are, stay tuned. Let's take a commercial break, and I will be with you. Stay tuned.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Hey, Charlie, you're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired. God, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenating, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep. Yes, okay. As I did say, Money Man will not be able to join us this afternoon, but we're bringing you a repeat of one of the stories that we've had a look at, and so that is the Money Hour with Mr. Dan Tabiri, CEO of JL Accountancy Services, and today we are looking at scams. Don't fall prey to it. Enjoy it. Good afternoon to you, Mr. Tabiri.
Good afternoon, Archie.
How are you?
Lovely to be speaking to you again this afternoon.
Yes, so lovely to have you on. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good, very well. The weather has improved over the last few days or week or so. So trying to enjoy it as best as I can. Okay. Yeah, okay. So he's enjoying the sunshine. While some people are crying, some people are enjoying, you see. Well, that's life.
All right then. So please, what are we looking at today?
Today, just want to pick up on a conversation we started having a couple of weeks or so ago, mainly around the issues of scams.
Yeah.
Scams, be it online scams, email, text. A lot of people get these emails or voicemail messages, purporting to be from HMRC regarding tax issues and all that. I want to delve into what some of these scams are, what people have experienced, how to spot them, and maybe if we have time, go on to look at also what to do if you have become a victim. Yeah. Okay. The other time when I spoke about when we were discussing, I did talk about the friend's wife who was scammed. I mean, when they received a call from the an alleged HMRC call saying that her tax something wasn't right, and then the person, the husband wasn't in, so you went to the panic frenzy, and then the next moment paid up to £2,000. Oh dear. So when the husband came and they said, they called, they said blah 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 blah, and there's complaint. The husband said, no, it's a scam. Oh my God. But she'd already parted with that money. I don't know whether she's managed to reclaim that money. And this morning, interestingly, whilst I was getting myself ready, I saw that I was expecting some calls. Then I saw that this number, I don't know it. Let me pick up. They said, your NI number has been used, blah, 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 blah. You have to. I was waiting patiently because I wanted to really talk to them. I pressed 1.
and then they didn't. Then I decided to just hang up. Now, so it is something that is going on that if you are not, if you don't take care, you might fall prey to it, and it will be. So what are some of these scams going on, so that some of our listeners will know, those who don't know will know, and those who were not part of the program the last time we had a conversation on that will know as well.
Yeah. So first of all, I think is the first thing to establish is that HMRC will never contact you and ask you for your bank details or your personal information, or send you notification by email or text for things concerning tax rebates or refunds or personal payment information. HMRC will never do that. And if they have to contact you by phone, usually or email, they would quote your tax reference number.
That's right.
That is something that these scammers do not have, and so they will not be able to put it in a text or in an email. Some of these contacts come, as you've described. Some of the contacts, the scams we've had so far, either by text, and it will tell you you have a tax refund for this year, blah blah blah, and that contact us on this number or click 1, and then to contact us. And then once you contact them, they'll start to have the conversation with you, and they'll try to retrieve bank details, or sometimes in certain cases they manage to get people to hand over money to get their tax refund. Most common as well sometimes are emails, and then you'd get an email with, and then in the email it has hmrc.gov.co something. It looks very realistic. If you are not very careful, it can catch anybody out. Also about refunds or tax rebates, and telephone calls have been coming in. We've seen the telephone calls coming where sometimes, as you described, they threaten you basically that you're going to go to jail or something, a tax fraud associated with your accounts or NI number. So we know all those kind of things are going on.
Well, listeners, if you don't know, now you know. Maybe you have some questions, maybe you had some experience and you want to share with us, or you want advice, as Amani Man is saying that, well, if you've fallen prey to that as well, we will be advising you maybe what you can do to do that. So, Mr. Tabiri, how do somebody spot this? Assuming somebody's gotten an email from HMRC, you look at initially at a quick glance, you can just say, oh, this is an email from HMRC. But when you're going to reply it, you can see that those of us who scrutinize this will find out that no, that address there, clicking on it doesn't go to the HMRC. Now, how will other people spot that out, sir?
Yeah, so you first of all check the email address carefully. What the scammers try to do is that they would set up an email address, sometimes even it's a Gmail or a Hotmail account with HMRC somewhere in between. So if you don't check the email address correctly, you get caught out. So that's one way to find out. So check the email address, check the full email address. It might have hmrc.gov.uk at hotmail.com or at Gmail or at whatever. But the email address of HMRC is not a Google account. It's a gov.co.uk account.
Yeah.
So it should be very easy.
Yeah. Okay.
You could also, they sometimes capture, you take images from HMRC website, the logos and things like that, just to make it a bit more convincing. So look at it carefully. If you see an original image, sometimes the image is very poor quality. And you can see that this has been adapted from somewhere. Also check the language that they're using. The language is usually very threatening. They come across very aggressive.
Yeah.
because the whole idea is to get you to react very quickly to them, not consult or get help from anywhere, so that before they are found out, they manage to grab your money and go. And also, if you get some of these things out of the blue, if it's unexpected, that is also something that you should be worried about. HMRC will not contact you out of the blue. Usually, if they have to call you about a tax debt or anything like that, or refunds, they would have sent letters, actual letters in the post to you. So they won't get contact you out of the blue. And then also where the email is asking for personal details, also be warned. And also where sometimes they put in especially if it comes onto your phone by text message. They'll put a link in there to click on this link and then get in touch with us. Please don't click on any of such links because they may have malware in those links where they may take control over your phone and be able to access your bank accounts on your phone or access your details, passwords, etc. that you have on your account and take over completely. So those are the things that you need to watch out for.
Okay. Listen, let's start already, okay? Money Hour with our money man, Mr. Tabiri, CEO of GI Accountancy Services. Now, you have any issues pertaining to your accounting, name it, from archaeology to zoology, he will solve it out for you. Okay, if it's too tough, he will point you at the right direction. So in the right direction. So what about that? Make sure you listen to him all the time. There are lots of discussions I've had. If you go to our podcast session, they are all there. Or you go to the Starr Radio UK every Friday from 12:30. We have him on, and he's on today. And today we are looking at scams, various scams. Yes. Okay. Now, so. Let me leave it with you, then you can touch on the others and what people can do there as well. Over to you, sir.
So before we look at what actions to take if you receive some of these, what we need to note is that when they contact you, usually they use a tax rebate to entice you, get you interested. Especially at this time where people are struggling with money and worried about their jobs and all that. These scams are thriving because they know people are worried and people are thinking about where the next money is going to come from. And so it's becoming very, very popular. They know that if they entice you with a tax rebate, you will be interested and you would follow their instructions. So they entice you and then they ask for your personal details, your name, your address, your date of birth, and then they might ask you to confirm your bank or credit card details so that they may issue your repayment to you. In several instances, they've gotten so many details of people, even their mother's maiden names and all that. And once they get that information, they either use it or they sell that information on to other criminal gangs who use the details for all sorts of things. So as tempting as a rebate may sound, if you're not sure, you're interested, I would say get in touch, find another way to get in touch with. If you receive such communication, get in touch with HMRC and find out about some of these, about the contact, whether it's real or not. If you are not expecting any rebate, like I said, it's very unlikely that out of the blue HMRC will email you about a tax rebate. Usually they would write to you in such instances. So that's something to watch out for. Tax phishing emails purporting to be from HMRC can happen at any time, but the most common times we see around the tax filing and tax payment deadline, because they know that around those times people will expect HMRC contact. So it is another time that we see a heightened rise in the contacts in these scams, and so people need to be aware. So if you get those contacts around tax filing date or deadline, then just be aware or be cautious with that type of contact.
Okay. Interesting.
So if you receive some of these, like we have discussed, if you receive an email or a text message with a link in it to send you or link you to a website, please don't put any personal details on there. Certainly do not click on the link, because it might have malware in there that would be used to steal information off your phone. So be very, 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 very cautious about that. Then we've looked at how to spot the signs of the email, that they'll come usually with threatening language, especially the voicemail. Some of them, I've listened to one where they say, "We're sending the police to your door right now and you're going to jail." And you can imagine, if you are an older person who is not savvy with all this online text, and you get a phone call on your landline, they target the elderly. And who are living by themselves, and they get some of these calls, and they think it's genuine, it's authentic, and then they hand over loads of their savings to these groups. So it's a very, very serious matter. Do not share any personal details online. Usually they'll call you and say, especially they would mimic HMRC calls and try to make it look authentic, and then ask you to confirm some details so that they verify you, as the person they are talking to. That is a way in which they use to take details off you. So, for example, if you've got a password, HMRC will never ask you to confirm all of your passwords. If at all, they would ask you to confirm some letters or some digits in the password. You are aware of that. If they ask you to confirm your password, know that it's a scam. Do not give any information away easily. Now, if you come across any of these scams, HMRC have opened a portal or telephone number for people to report these suspicious calls, text or emails that they receive. If you forward it on to HMRC, they will look into it and try and get to the bottom of it, and hopefully to stop the scam or stop these people, duping people and stealing our money. So if you have managed to identify them as a scam, then you report it to HMRC. If you have fallen victim to the scam, then your only course of remedy is to report it to Action Fraud. So call the Action Fraud hotline or report it online. Give them as much details as possible in terms of how the contact was made, any records that you have, telephone numbers for the contact, email address, the actual email or text messages that you receive, and everything that happened. If you give them the full information, then they will try some of these. They would have information on some of these scams, because other people have been scammed as well. But it would help them. It would help the police to be able to go after these people. And if you are lucky, they may be able to retrieve your money. for you through the banking system. Yeah.
And that was where I was coming to, because some people would think that, well, if my money cannot be retrieved or I cannot get my money back, then what's the point? And then some people decide, well, they just call it something that is lost, and then just decide to forget about it. But I don't think that is something that they have to do.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, it's important that we stop these people. These scams are ongoing because obviously they have been successful in very successful, I must say, in other cases. So they're making a lot of money doing these scams, and we need to report it. We need to stop it. If you are able to spot it, remember that somebody else might be a victim. Okay, out of every 100 that spot this scam, there are about at least five people who are not able to spot it, and they become victims to this kind of crime. So it's important to report anything that comes across.
But if assuming I'm with somebody, or maybe in the office or somewhere, and then I can see that is a scam, that the person is the person feeling that is the truth, and so feeling that that is being convinced to do something about it. Do you think that if I'm advising the person is not okay, can I call the HMRC or this what do you call it, the action fraud, to help the person in that step?
Absolutely. I mean, HMRC, what we need to understand that they are vulnerable people for all sorts of reasons in our society, and they are the ones who fall victim most to some of these scams. So if you are a good neighbor, if I can call it that way, then you have to help out. You know, it might seem so obvious to you, some of these scams, but for some people, they're going through so many issues, so many things in their life. Sometimes their head is not even straight, and some of these things come along and they make all the wrong decisions. So definitely HMRC will be happy to speak to anybody who is willing to help another person deal with this scam situation.
Okay, so you see, if you are listening to us, you could be your neighbor's keeper. Okay, you could be your neighbor's keeper. If you see that the person is falling prey to that, please help out, and you can call the action fraud line. But Mr. Tabiri, before we round up everything, can you just sum it all up nicely, and then we can put your contact details across for listeners to know? He is the CEO of GIL Accountancy Services, and you have anything from A to Z when it comes to accounting, you have to just contact him, and I promise you will see the difference in there, from rates to what, name it. Okay, so over to you, Mr. Tabiri.
Yeah, so I think you've summed it up beautifully. We all need to be each other's keeper, and also to remember, HMRC will not contact you on social media, will not contact you on Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter. No, HMRC still uses their main forms of communication is by letter. They have to contact you by text or email. They would definitely would have contacted you by letters before. So you would not, out of the blue, receive text messages concerning refunds or rebates. So we should all just be aware of the situation. If you are in doubt, do not give any information. Cancel the call, and then call a reputable HMRC number that you know or you can find, and you know, get the facts as they are. Don't give any details. If you have any doubt, go to the original source and get that clarified. If you have any concerns or need any advice regarding these matters or any tax or accountancy issues, I'm happy to speak to you on 07961248834, 07961248834. Otherwise, you can also reach me on email at dan@gilaccountants.com. dan@gilaccountants.com.
Okay, listen, that is our own Mr. Dan Tabiri, CEO of GIL Accountancy Services, coming your way today. And today we've looked at the various scams that is going around, and we don't want you to fall victim to it. So, with the discussion that we had so far, please make sure you get in touch. If you see someone who is falling prey to that, please call the Action Fraud line, and then they will help out. But for all your accounting issues, as he said, contact him and he will help you on that front. Mr. Tabiri, let me say thank you very, very much for this wonderful time with you once again.
You're most welcome, and it's been a pleasure. Look forward to speaking with you again next week.
Thank you very much. Okay, so let's say thank you very much once again to the money man, Mr. Dan Tabiri, CEO of GIL Accountancy Services, and money man, who came our way with the money hour. So this is why I have to bring the program to a close. But before I do so, and we take a bow till Tuesday when we come back on, because that is the only time that we take holidays as well. It's interesting, right? Yes. So before we take a bow, let me see whether there have been any updates in news or any information that we have to bring your way. It looks like a drop in the ocean of our knees. Gazans tell reporters as Israel eases blockade. Maybe they said that gradually they will get there. And then on their travels as well, if there have been any changes, well, DLR is also having experiencing minor delays between West India Quay and Canary Wharf and Bank and Canning Town and Tower Gate. So please check before you leave. And the river bus, so good service there. The major routes in London, no changes. So the central London Red Route is experiencing serious delays. If you can avoid it, do so. Good service on the London cable car. And finally, on the National Rail, information coming through, there is no service on Gatwick Express. So if you are planning to travel on the Gatwick Express to Gatwick this afternoon for any flight or anything, boy, you have to change your mind. Have a change of heart. So that you can get yourself a cab or whatever, so you don't miss your flight or your appointment. Let me put it that way. If you have to pick up or go to meet somebody, you don't miss that. Well. So come your way from Starr Radio UK. And then US imposes sanctions on Sudan over chemical weapons is the other updates that we were not able to bring you as well. Okay. Just trying to global trot a bit to see whether there have been any arrest of Adenta Kumi, a disgrace to the rule of law. MPP Justin Kodia is saying. So is it true that Adenta Kumi has been actually being picked up by the NIB? Was he making false accusations there? Well, if he is, well. And then in other stories there as well. Let me bring that. Ibrahim Mahama fully funds life-saving surgery for toddler with acute myeloid leukemia. Thank you very much, Mr. Ibrahim Mahama, for that philanthropic work, that charitable work that you are doing. Yes, you don't have it all and just spend it on yourself, but you want to share. Why not? So grateful to you. And in other stories as well. Okay, so that brings us to the end of the morning show for today. God willing, we'll be back on Tuesday with the morning show. But tomorrow dawn, we'll be bringing you the Power Hour. Yes, command your morning with the Power Word Ministries, headed by Reverend Michael Esiama. And then Sunday we should have Mr. Dan my apologies, KB Bossman also coming your way with the Faith Talk as well. So on that note, let me say thank you very much for tuning in. It's been a pleasure coming your way. Bye bye.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Broadcasting worldwide online 24/7.
This is Starr Radio UK. This is Starr Radio UK. This is Starr Radio UK.
Broadcasting worldwide online 24/7.
This is Starr Radio UK. This is Starr Radio UK. This is Starr Radio UK.